battle wagon. Got a lot of it done. Excuse the inside, but let me show you how much of this damn floor I had to cut out. A lot of banging. I still got to straighten up some metal. I'm gonna be fabbing up stuff for that later, but right now it's not a big issue. So let's go over some things. This is how I had to do the brakes, the line. Those are Nismo stainless. And then I had to take this, the bracket. The bracket was welded up right here. So I cut it out, put it here, and then welded it up. So, but to get it, this is like the way that the stainless wants to naturally sit. So I had to kind of put the bracket where it wants to be, and then I added a coupler, and then added a 12-inch brake line. So gotta get those Brimbos right. But another thing that I did was got a master cylinder from a 1990 300Z Z32, and it's the 1 1/16 bore. It is aftermarket, it's not real Nissan. And then got my slave cylinder, master cylinder for the clutch all hooked up, and ran the brake line, well, the hydraulic line to the other side. So it's down there waiting its turn, but I got it all painted. And this is this side, same thing. The only thing I got to do now is get the power steering rack and pinion. I'm gonna get that from a 300Z so I can put it on the left side. And then what else? Well, I think I need to do something. I got to get the ABS wired up and throw some plugs on it or something, because I don't think I'm gonna be able to find that part here. Another thing that I did though was, see right here, kind of put a notch in the frames for the sway bar, and then a notch for the axle so the boot doesn't get torn. Because let me see, can I turn the light on in this thing? No. Anyways, so I had to do that. But another thing I need to do is, let's see where the tape is? One right here and one right here that shows the sides for the axle. The CV joint is literally like a 1/4 inch away from the frame right now. So I have one or two choices: either pull the engine back out again and notch the frame probably about 1/2 inch to get some clearance, or put some 1/4 inch spacers on it. So I'm still debating on that, but I think I'm gonna do the pull the engine out, notch it again, and then I can touch the frame back up. I got plenty of the paint still. Keeping the AC, so I got my AC chilling, at least some of the lines. Still working on trying to figure out what I'm going to do about the upper plenum. This is a Neo, so I can't use the fake Greddy intake. I tried that and it kind of bolts up, but then there's other stuff like the injectors and the idle air valve. It's not the same. It's 4-bolt instead of 3. So the only other choice would be to either get I think it's called a Plasma Man upper, or an aftermarket complete intake. But I like the Plasma Man better because I can turn on and use the bottom half of this and bolt up his plenum, and it throws the inlet on the passenger side, which is what I'm looking for, and it looks pretty. So I'm still debating. I got rid of the ECU because I don't want to use that ECU. I wish I could find a plug though, so I can make a patch harness. But what I'm gonna end up doing is doing an MS3 with the MSX second board, and then just line it up. So it'll be a while, but I just thought I'd show you guys where I was at with it, because some people told me that this was not going to happen. It was impossible. But my tower's already made. My brakes are already installed. I'm going to start on the wiring soon. I'm still trying to get some stuff coated so when I put the bolts in, the bolts look shiny new and all that. I'm not going to paint the outside right away, so it's going to continue to look like this, but when you pop the hood, you're going to be like, oh, geez Louise. So next is, I got to jack it back up, and I'm going to pull the engine, notch that part for the boot, and then hook the back brakes up, because I still have the two power steering, the two stainless brake lines for the back. So I gotta put these bad boys in. Like I said, these are Nismo ones. They got imported from Japan. Yeah, see, this is what you get. I don't know what it says, but I'll use Google Translate to figure it out. But it's coming along pretty quick. She's been down for about 6 months now, so we'll get it cracking. And then there's the old block. Got it ready to go to be shipped out. I already got the crank at the house. I don't know what I'm gonna do with the head, but there's the old diesel head. And then the suspension. So cool thing is there's a lot of guys that, not a lot, because this is not a lot of a car that they have a lot of, but there's a lot of guys out there that are still trying to keep their car alive, so it'll be easy for me to sell the parts. So yeah, this is my update of my all-wheel drive battle wagon.